And so I'm going to invite us all just to close our eyes right now and to feel into the spaciousness of our being, the spaciousness, the eternal nature of our being. And so if your mind is empty, you come into an empty mind, you feel your consciousness expanding. If your heart is open and at ease, you might feel this expansive presence of love. And I'm going to invite us just right now to stay in these higher dimensions of love and an expansive consciousness. And just noticing like what it is like to be in your divinity. Letting it grow, letting it expand and spread out. Feeling this innate goodness and this luminosity. Feeling your fundamental sense of aliveness. What you are is good. It's divine. Yeah. And so we're breathing and we're feeling. We're opening to our divinity. Taking a couple more breaths and getting rooted more fully in our divinity. And while we're doing this, I'm just going to just ask you an inquiry question. Am I rooted in my divinity throughout the day, throughout my waking state? Or is habit rooted in me and running the show? And so here it is. For most of us, it's evening, but whatever time of day it is for you, reflect and recollect on your life. Do we walk around awake and aware, happy, vibrant, and free? Or, like my friend Jennifer asks, like, do we walk around like an old stick in the mud? Like an old stick in the mud. Like what kind of being are we? What kind of being are we? Are we rooted in the light? Or are we rooted in something else? Like some of us are rooted in this real guarded nature, a nature that doesn't trust, a nature that's on edge, just waiting for someone around us to make a mistake, maybe waiting for this spiritual teacher to make a mistake. And if you wait, you'll see, I will make mistakes. I will. But with the ego gets stuck in these programs, where it demands the world to be perfect or perfect manifestation of what we think should be. The ego's tends to be unforgiving, judgmental, harsh, critical. Sometimes the ego is turned inward upon itself, it's judging itself. attacking itself, attacking our partner. And so I invite you just to look. Is my natural state throughout the day that I'm resting in love, kindness, forgiveness, understanding? Or am I rooted in judgment, criticism? The wounded child. It's the wounded child ruling me. Sometimes the wounded child plays this game where he feels hurt and scared, and holds it all in, is scared of the adults in the room. And then when the wounded child grows up into an adult body, starts having tantrums all the time. They're in tantrums all the time. And so if we see it, if we see a wounded child within us, if we see a sabotaging force within us, these are programs of ego. If we see a prostitute within us, that's just someone who dances for money, who sells their soul, who sells their truth for someone else's, or for recognition. Most of us, we have these archetypes within us. We have a wounded child. We have a wounded child who has tantrums, a saboteur who is afraid of change, like I was speaking about in the song. Afraid of change. So it's going to sabotage and keep everything as the status quo. We have a prostitute who sells herself short, is really what a prostitute does. Sells themselves short. And so we're just looking and investigating. And of course, if we're being honest, we see, well, there's both here. There's this divinity, this radiance, this clarity. And then we have a humanity that grasps that love, grasps that attention, desires things that we think will complete us. We might have things within us, places within us, energies within us that have given our power away to false gods. In the modern age, that's basically politicians and movie stars, false gods. Have we given our power away to false gods? And sometimes that happens here on planet Earth, with so much lying, in our media and the pharmaceutical companies, and all these politicians wanting to get us involved in world wars and this chaos and confusion. There's so much lying going on. And sometimes we get wrapped up in that. And so this is a moment for us to unhook. And so I want us all to imagine climbing a great mountain and looking back down on the valley below, looking at the drama of your human life. And can you see that drama from this impersonal perspective? A vast view. And you see all of these programs that us humans have gotten stuck in. Can you see your programs? And can you ask, which ones would you like to let go of? Which would you like to surrender? Who would you like to forgive? What places within you need more compassion and kindness? And what are some qualities that you could work upon? What are some spiritual qualities that you would like to manifest or invoke? And so let us take another deep, full breath, and let us invite the grace of God, the grace of the Divine Mother to come into us and to support us stepping into these spiritual qualities that we find ourselves deficient in. And so one of the great movements of the Divine Mother is the Divine Mother wants to support, and nothing makes her happier than for her to come into us and to support our evolving nature. Support a greater sense of strength, of light, of love, of compassion coming online within us. And so I want you just to feel like you're drawing in this energy, this grace from the Divine Mother. And it's okay to be humble and say, oh, Divine Mother, I need you. I need you. I need your support. I cannot do this alone. I need you to come into me and uplift me, to get me out of this darkness, or this hell, or this pain, or this confusion. I want you. I need you to come into me. And I want you to notice this as we say this. I want you. I need you. And if there's a sincerity within you, you'll notice this grace intensify, this light coming more fully into our being. And so I'm going to invite you to stay open to this light, stay open to this transmission. And you can join me in saying, thank you. Thank you, Divine Mother, for shining your light down into me, down into us. Thank you for blessing our planet, our world, our being. And we ask you, Mother, to shine more and more of your light down here to the consciousness of the earth, to the consciousness of the human species. And we're inviting a revolution of consciousness where humanity begins to wake up, inviting a new world order, an order of love, of light, of compassion. And Divine Mother, like, maybe we need to start with forgiveness, forgiving each other for all the harm we've caused each other, but we're inviting a new order, your will to be triumphant. So breathing, feeling, softening, feeling your primordial nature, and then feeling your human nature and that paradox, and inviting the divine to flow down, transforming our human nature, transforming all human nature, transforming this earth, so that our primordial nature, which is already good, can manifest unobstructed, And so we continue to open, we continue to receive and love. And so you can gently open your eyes if you like, and I welcome you here.